Hi, and welcome to American Vintage Audio. A little less than a year ago, I introduced this new replacement diaphragm for EMIT tweeters. Now, this diaphragm works on just about any EMIT tweeter, not just this series. And I'm going to show you the simple procedure on how to swap that out. It's a DIY project. Anybody can do this. It only takes a few minutes. The only thing you really need is a screwdriver and some extra long 632 screws. These could be 1.5 to 2 inches long, and I'll show you what they're used for. So the first thing we do is we take out 2 screws from the front baffle of the tweeter, and we replace them with one of the 632 long screws, and we just put that in just to start threading it, and we put 2 in at opposite diagonal corners. So this will keep the assembly in place as you separate the components, the magnets, from the back, and it'll keep the structure from slamming in together from magnetic forces. So now that we have those in, we can easily remove the other 2 screws. And as you can see, the assembly will come apart but yet stay in alignment. Now that it's apart, you simply just hold on to the back, remove the remaining screws, then you're done. You separate the assemblies, and here's your old damaged Infinity EMIT diaphragm. As you can see, that one's pretty well gone. The traces are all burned up and blown away. So now all we simply do is remove these screws. We leave the assembly in place in the bottom. There's a little spacer here that doesn't need to change. And then we take our new diaphragm and we lay it down so that the terminals are at the bottom, as you can see. And you put it with this forward going, so the front is showing through, and the coil can be seen through the front grills of the tweeter. Then it's simply a matter of reversing the process. Taking the back assembly, inserting that onto here, and beginning to thread the screws. This will again hold the assembly in place while we're putting the screws in, so the structure does not slam into each other and damage the diaphragm or other components. Then it's just a matter of putting the screws back in. While we have the 2 alignment screws still in. Now they can be removed, and the original screws reinstalled. Just tighten them down so they're snug. And then I just do one last check where I use my ohm meter to check the DC resistance. This will just verify that nothing was damaged during the assembly. And negative to negative, positive to positive. Not that it really matters here, but as you can see, we have 3.4 ohms, which is the standard value that these diaphragms measure. Somewhere between 3.2 and 3.8 is the norm, but I find most of them measure around 3.4. And that's it. You're done. Your tweeter is ready to reinstall back into your wonderful Infinity speaker. Thank you for watching.